Okay, I featured this tag in a video not that long ago, and I was in this shop looking at Thomas & Friends stock, and that's what I'm looking at again here. And this is a message to the Mattel company and what happens when the first lot of stock sells out, which is also very interesting, and no backup stock turns up. Look at this here. Just astonishing. And how can you make money from empty pegs? I say it over and over and over. Oh my God. For me to buy this used classic Trackmaster duck, it's going to cost me over $160. What the hell is going on here? Looking at Google Trends, it's very interesting what's happening with Thomas & Friends All Engines Go. But Bluey is way out on top still. The new Thomas All Engines Go stock is pulling some very premium prices on eBay. That's very interesting. The in-store confusion on Carly the Crane Engine's pricing continues. And so does the chronic shoplifting of the premium Hotwheels toys in my favourite retailer. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of what I've found in one visit to this store. Before we progress any further on this shocking consumer affairs video, I have to put up this warning.
Warning. This video is made for a general audience. It may contain adult themes, consumer advice, and information that can be enjoyed by all ages. I need to say this because, sadly, the YouTube systems are totally dumb ass.
Maybe I can be smart and feature some pictures from not that long back. It was only a few weeks ago when I was here, and see what stock was here. It is just amazing what sold. It's a big eye-opener to me, I can tell you. And really, no matter what angle I put on this, it is completely remarkable to see. It is actually very good news, and says to me Thomas is a very strong brand. Okay, these are the sets which are down here. Not much has changed on that level, but a lot of these sets, there were lots of these here before, and it wasn't that long ago. A lot of these types of sets, oops, almost on the fail reel, have gone. Mind you, notice who's still here. Very important to notice that. That's Nia. This shelf here, empty shelves. Okay, moving up one, I've got to get up. Another empty shelf bit there. Some of the older Thomas Minis, I think, really Thomas Minis, there we had the Diamond Thomas, they're completely off the boil, and for multiple reasons. We won't go into that now. Look at this here, it's a Nia. I wonder who's behind Nia. Another Nia, okay. I thought there were stacks of these up here. I remember putting some back up here. They're all gone. And who else is here? Oh, it's another one of the classic shelf sitters, Percy. But to see that's all that's left here is remarkable. Now, look at this here. Whoa. That's all that's left here. I think I've completely missed the boat, but this looks pretty good. I've seen people reviewing this set. They do have the line errors going on here. I saw someone pull one of these apart and had the line work errors going on. I think I made mention on that video. What is curious is the YouTubers who have been reviewing the Muddy Thomas 3-pack are not noticing the factory error going on. And I've seen it across a number of videos now. The YouTubers who featured it are John Lukeville TV, Thomas & Friends 47, and Mr. No. Okay, back to our usual programming. Troublesome Truck looks very good. As for the cow, well, it's a cow, okay. Moving on to Percy, well, Percy's not doing it for me. I'm talking about this as an adult collector. That looks like the drum thing from the Golden Thomas. Maybe I'm right or wrong. I'm just doing a very quick appraisal here. I'm not sure about that piece of rolling stock. I haven't seen that piece before. And there's diesel. I am a diesel collector. Collector YouTube. Collector. I said the word collector. Okay, adult collector. The face looks really zany on this. That face is fantastic actually. It looks zany, and just going along here, it's got a, you know, that base plate there, or whatever diesels have. They don't have running boards, maybe it is a base plate. There's that there. I think I've seen those pieces before. Maybe not, maybe, and that there. I can't exactly see what's going on there. Yeah, they're nice 3-packs. I think anytime there's the Thomas & Friends 3-packs, it's something to get. The engines are a different scale now, in the sense they're quite large versus the rolling stock. What seems to be different is on the reverse, you get this sort of kooky picture, and you used to be able to see other variations of the theme, but you're not seeing that now. And usually these are released in sets of 3, so in a sense there's 1, 2, and of course there's Thompson making the third. I actually like what's going on here. I think, well, my pick, I've got two favorites here, of course. I'm a Thomas the Tank Collector, Okay, and I also collect Diesel. I call him Devious Diesel, maybe he's called something totally different now. Don't forget, if you're messing up the stores, to put them back neat and tidily. The problem on YouTube for me is if I buy these and it's going to cost X amount, I'd never get the return these days on today's ridiculously set YouTube. There was that very interesting toy here. I think it was that pullback and a took off toy, all gone. They were sitting here. Maybe I can do a flashback video to show you what they look like only a few weeks back. Very nicely gone. It must be good news to Mattel hearing all the stock is going out. But as I said before, there's nothing coming in to replace it, Mr. Mattel. Okay, that's that area there. And we'll move down to the other area. And this other area was full just a few weeks back. We have had Easter time and school holidays go through. There was a lot of those Tiger Adventure sets along here. And I think there was also the set which featured the... I don't know if there's any here yet. In fact, they've all the All Engines Go sets. There was that set here, which is the Annie and Clarabelle. I have to really think hard here. There was the Annie and Clarabelle set that was sitting here, and I made note about the scale of things. Maybe again, I'll have a flashback moment of what I was talking about here. It's all gone. Thomas All Engines Go stock seems to be very, very popular. It's actually amazing, and it goes totally against what's being said by the Thomas and Friends fandom, the toxic fandom that likes to just pull down anything that isn't something from, let's say, 20 or 30 years ago, okay? And just be reminded what's going on here as well. You know, empty shelves, and it was all full, and it wasn't that long ago. Just remarkable. And of course, and I'll try and do this in one shot, I love this, although you can't make any money from this, but look at that. All that stock is gone. That is just remarkable. And it's saying to me that, you know, that new Thomas stuff, it's selling like hotcakes. Very popular stuff. I've just come back to this set here, and there's something here which is going to remind me of the previous time I was in here. There's nothing wrong with that set, okay? It's all good stuff. It's all zero one-trick pony going on in those smaller sets. Maybe the problem here is Nia. This is the set that I was alluding to that was upstairs before, and this is the one which has got the AEG or All Engines Go Thomas the Tank with the, in a sense, the different scaled Annie and Clarabelle. Now, I said in the other video, I don't think children would ever see a problem with that. This is actually a great play set. Okay, you can set it up multiple ways, and I've actually got the previous version of this, which has the Trackmaster 2 Thomas. I'm calling this Trackmaster 3, although I think people are giving it all different sorts of names. We can't really say on YouTube because it is a sacred site and don't like certain words, but it's a good set, that one. It's a thumbs up from me, and I'm a hard marker. The new style of Thomas here has had a lot of things said about it. Of course, it's connected to a new variation of the TV show in 2D. I remember I showed my son this, it wasn't that long back, and he's with me today. What did you first think about this when you saw it?
Disgusting.
Yeah, okay, but remember, he knew the Thomas that came before this, but I think anyone who hadn't known the Thomas before this will gel into this new version of Thomas. Like I said before, you know, you've got a lot of things being said online, and a little, let's say 1 or 2 year old doesn't have the power to say anything against Thomas, and also doesn't know what came before this style of Thomas. And from what I can see, and I know you're not going to like it, this stuff is very popular. It's selling like hotcakes. I've got little bits of news that I've seen online at the beginning of May 2022 of what's going on in China. There's certain words I can't say because YouTube will go spastic on me, but there's a saying that if China sneezes, the rest of the world gets a cold. And if what's going on in China can't be contained, it's going to really affect the goods that we buy and store, because these days we rely so heavily on things made in China. As you would all know, I've carefully detailed the stock shortages of Thomas & Friends toys and the retailers that I go to in my part of the world, which is Sydney, Australia, over the last 2 years. I thought 2020 was bad, and you always think it's going to be better the next year, but then 2021 was even worse. Now, from what we see going on in China, I've got a sneaky feeling that 2022 is going to present with something worse again. I've always had this saying about empty pegs. It shows that something is popular and it's selling out. But unfortunately, I see over and over no stock comes in to replace it, and it can drag on for months and months. Seeing the new Thomas all engines go stock disappear quite rapidly had me looking online, especially on eBay, and I can see obviously people are starting to land some premium prices on all sorts of things there. It's actually worthwhile having a look at the prices going on eBay. Now, I found this classic Trackmaster duck set at an incredibly high price, and I was trying to think, what's so special here? Is this just a trap? It was actually suggested to me. So I think for the fact this sale was suggested to me says much about the trap going on. I mean, if these classic early Trackmaster toys are pulling these premium prices, crikeys, I'm sitting on a gold mine at my place. But just for a moment, think back to one of the great Thomas and Friends 3-packs, and that was the Thomas, Annie and Clarabelle of the 2020 era, not that long ago as I'm making this video, and you think how nice that was. Well, just future think a bit, 5-10 years, that could pull a really premium price online. It could be highly collectible just for the fact it's so nice. And what makes it so nice is it's so vastly different versus the Thomas and Friends all-engine go toys that seem like they've been made on another planet. And I think my little warning here is, if you're thinking of buying the Thomas and Friends toys that are coming out, which seem to be quite popular, and you're going to leave your purchasing till later in the year, let's say in October or November, I think that's very risky to do. If you're seeing the new Thomas toys in store this time of year, I would be grabbing stuff now, and if you're really smart, grab a couple of extra and sell it for 3 times the price online, like most other people seem to do. Anyway, we'll progress on with the video, and I'll go to one of my other favourite retailers where there's some fairly nasty things going on in multiple ways. Okay, I've come to my other favourite retailer that normally has Thomas toys in this area of the store here, and it looks like it has all been swapped around, changed around. There's no Thomas here at all. And I did buy a playset only recently that was up here, and I made note about how high it was. Well, it's no longer there. Yeah, so the Thomas area used to be where my finger's pointing up there, and they've actually moved it. And if I come along here, and they've done something right, they've actually moved it down to a lower position where little ones would see it. The Thomas area is down there now, mixed up with Bluey. This is the place that I purchased, it was only about a week back, and it's now got a price here. I'm hoping that's the right price for the set. I couldn't do a full review of this because of the way YouTube has been. Now, I just looked at the clearance on that set, in particular that zone there, and it will work with the motorised trains as well, but you wouldn't know that by looking at the box. And I noticed something here which is rather curious. This has been something I've spoken about a couple of times now. Read that there, Thomas & Friends small engine assorted $7, but look who's here. It's Carly. I grabbed the one on the top there. This is the one that you wouldn't know it's Carly if you looked at the packaging like this. But let me just go and price scan this little toy train crane. There's a stack of people watching me do this. I bet you it's not $7. I guarantee to you it's not $7. $12 frippin' dollars. Frippin' hell, it's buy be frippin' where when you're picking up these Thomas all-engine go metal engines where I live. I'm just trying to shake off some people who are following me here. They see me with this and they say, oh, we're going to watch what he does. Actually, while I'm here, I bet you there's stolen stuff here. Okay, yeah. Huh. Fancy this. Look at this here. Okay, someone's preferred to take that home instead of pay for it. Looks like they were getting ready to take some slippers as well. Welcome to Australia. And something I noticed in the Hotwheels area, look at this here. Crikey Charlies, this store has got a chronic problem, and I'm standing at adult height, and this has to have been done by someone who's adult height. Okay, this isn't done by little children because of the height I can see all this stuff at. You can see what I'm showing you here, what's been absconded with. I mean, I'm not really that into Hot Wheels and understand why this is going, but I'm sure, hopefully, someone who's watching this stupid video can work out what's going on here. Chronic problem in this store, with this going on all the time. Massive chronic problem. Crikey Charlies, again in the Hot Wheels area. I just noticed this in the corner of my eye. Fast and the Furious packs. I saw the wire spider here off its packaging. Okay, so that's meant to stop people from thieving, and it's set up like this. Yet I'm seeing this, and this is right up at head height. Okay, I'm actually standing up and reaching up to this. Look at that. Okay, so I'll need a Hotwheels collector to work that out for me. I just see this all the time. Okay, so whatever that's meant to do, it has not stopped that from going on. It's just chronic in this shop. There I am reaching out at shoulder height. That's where that's gone on. That is not children doing that. There has to be adults doing that. There has to be adults. So that's that there. Okay, that's up high. Look, I've just noticed another one. The more I look here, the more I find, look at this here. Okay, look at that. There's yet another one of these being pinched, and that is right next to the first lot that I had a look at, which was all here. Just criminal what's going on here. Okay, the Thomas aisle is clear again. Let me get back to where Carly resides. So I'm seeing multiple times where this metal engine here, which is really priced at the large size, although it looks more like a small one, is being priced at the Australian price for a small one. Although when you go through the checkouts, you're going to be hit for $12. I was getting hit for $12 when I bought the Thomas Percy and whatever else, and it should have been $7. But one nice thing I found out about this character here, it worked really well on that playset there. In fact, it worked. It was a lot of fun, but we can't have too much fun these days on Stupid Tube or else you get into trouble. But I really think the price of that, Mattel have really got to address this. I really think it's a $7 item. I think $12 is a little bit too much. Percy 6-in-1 set, one of the best Trackmaster playsets you can get. I certainly know this set here, the Race for Soto Cup, is also excellent as well. But what's sad here, where are the pegs for when more metal engines turn up? And where would the motorised stock go? Here. All I can see is Bluey here. And the Thomas cell has become, well, basically half of what it was before, if not less. A lot of people have said to me when I've showed this sort of thing in a previous video that when you see a situation where a toy is labelled as $7 on the shelf, and here's the stock here, yet it scans at 12, when I go through the checkout, I can argue the price point should be set at $7. Should I try it? When I look at this here, this stock here should actually be lined up to here because that's the price that it really is, but it seems to be always misrepresented and set in store at this price here. And at the start of the video, we could see a peg that said $7 large metal engines. And that was the spot where I also found Carly was pegged there last time I was in there when there was stock there. But how many times do I see these mistakes? And every time these mistakes, well, they don't favour the consumer. That's been a constant every time I see this going on. Well, I should point out the positives. At least this is down where little 2, 3 and 4-year-olds can see it, instead of being, remember it was before, right up in the never never where nobody can see a thing. The Thomas Minis are next to a plush Bluey. One definitely talking to the other, but maybe this sign here is the one we want to read at the end of the video. I can make a nice freeze frame here and you can read this, because there's things here that I can't say because it will trigger this video into being something that's, well, just say hidden away on the wondrous YouTube of today. I had a tinker with Google Trends and I put in the query of Thomas & Friends All Engines Go, which is blue, versus Chuggington, which is red, as a web search worldwide last 12 months. This is the result I got back. It is interesting to look at. Don't take it as gospel. I also got the breakdown of different countries, and you can see the red versus the blue, which goes right back to some earlier videos I did way back when YouTube was awesome. Then I changed the query and I added Bluey as a yellow line, and you can see just how much more popular that web search is versus Thomas & Friends All Engines Go and Chuggington. It's fun looking at Google Trends, but just be careful in what results you get back. It's not saying to me what's selling more, it's just showing you what's more popular in a web search. Now I go back to the store where I noticed all the Thomas & Friends All Engines Go stock sellout. A little bit more stock came in, but crikeys, there's some problems going on there. And you know the old saying, 3 strikes and you're out? Well, it happened in 2 different ways, and that'll be another video focusing on some retail fail. Instead of the fail reel, I'll play out the end of the video showing you the toys on the turntable, and we look at the muddy Thomas 3-pack, and when you look at it against what was around 2 years ago, it's incredible how much the brand has changed the look of Thomas. An incredible gamble by Mattel, but if I was going to judge this gamble by what I see selling, I'd say they've made the right decision. They've turned what was becoming a stuffy, tired, old-looking Thomas toy into something that's very eye-catching and something you can't take your eyes off. And that's one of the big litmus tests of what makes a great toy. I know there's going to be people who will struggle with this, but it looks like it's a winner. Anyway, the online trolls who are against Thomas All Engines Go would never get to this part of the video. They'll just come along here, lay their venom comments in, and then they'd buzz away to some other nightmare video on this site. I know exactly how they work.